There may be a looming threat from an evil organization, but it seems like a good day for a gym battle. Hello everyone, this is Nice Guy and welcome back to some more Pokémon Emerald. In the last episode, I formally introduced you to Mossdeep City. Since we don't need to rush here for the Super Rod anymore, then we got word of a looming threat. A letter from Team Magma stating in a business proclamation that they were gonna take the rocket fuel from the Mossdeep Space Center. We met up with Steven, who assured us that he'll be watching the Space Center and we were free to explore the Mossdeep City. We already did that, so there's nothing left to do but challenge the gym here, not dim. Mossdeep City Pokemon Gym. Leaders, Liza and Tate. Wait, leaders with an S as in plural? The mystic combination. If there's two gym leaders here, then how are we gonna battle both of them? Well, in a double battle, spoiler alert. You, how are you gonna help us? Yo, how's it going, Champion Bound Jason? The gym leader is here. Use Psychic type Pokemon. If you go up against them with Fighting or Poison type Pokemon, they'll inflict horrible damage. Plus, they'll come at you with outstanding combination attacks. If you want to win, you'll need to show them how tight you are with your Pokemon. Go for it! Okay, the gimmick of this gym, it's a lot different from Ruby and Sapphire. In this game you'll be pressing these switches and they'll rotate the corresponding color in the direction of these arrows. So you'll see when we press the yellow button we'll initiate a double battle. Who's in front? Yumi and Skylar. Who's gonna be good in this gym? Not Kyo. We don't have anything super effective against Psychic type itself, but we do have some strong stab. Battles hinge on the strength of your spirit. The weak-spirited will never win. The roads you have traveled, what you have experienced, come at me with everything you learned. Psychic Princeton and Psychic Mora would like to battle, or want to battle. Curlia and Kadabra. You see, this guy didn't trade to evolve his Kadabra, and Curlia should have evolved at level 30. That was such a major pet peeve of mine. Like, why couldn't we battle more fully evolved Pokemon? I'm afraid of Thunder Waving because either of them could have the synchronized ability. Like, wouldn't it be so interesting if in this gym we were able to battle Gardevoir and Alakazam? I believe the only Gardevoir you face is from Wally. And his is not fully evolved yet, and we need to encounter Wally one more time. And Kadabra just stays as a Kadabra. Wow, Surf did not do as much as I'd like. Let's Thunder you. Roleplay copied Isaac's Magnet Pull. Oh, does that copy our ability? So we can't switch out, but it's not gonna matter. Isaac Thunder! 100% accuracy. Kadabra fainted, and Yumi grew to level 34. And we defeated the Psychics. I lost. I must temper my spirit again. You traveled a path of greatness. Alright, I showed you a couple trainers. It's gonna be a doubles oriented gym. I will mute my mic. I will see you once we get to the gym leader. Alright, I am done with the trainers, and now you do not see me in front of the gym leaders, Liza and Tate, because I checked their levels and they are level 41 and 42. And in the past, I've usually struggled in this fight, and look at our levels. We are still in the mid to late 30s. We'll need to go into the early 40s, but luckily, that is where our Pokénav comes in. We can see all of the trainers that want to rematch us, and we can visit their routes. And this is the first time I'm gonna be grinding using the Pokénav because we actually need it, not just for the money. So I'm gonna do yet another speed up, this time actually utilizing the rematches from the Pokénav in order to grind for the gym. I'll be right back once again, and I will meet you back here once we're level 41.
If you don't have a full team of 6, before getting all that experience, I should tell you about a few new Pokemon, though only one is useful as a team member. I may do these bios twice since I catch them in later episodes. The first Pokemon is from Johto, but I wanted to go over it because it's kind of obscure to get, and it has an item you may want to farm. In Route 128 and the Evergrande City, just before the waterfall, with the Super Rod only, 15% of the time you can fish Corsola. They are used to farm Red Shard to trade Hunter for the Firestones. The next one is native to Hoenn. This one is Lovedisk, the Rendezvous Pokemon. It can be fished on Route 128 and Evergrande City with the Good Rod 20% of the time, or the Super Rod for 40%. It's a bad water type, non-existent offenses, and weak defenses at best. Its purpose is to farm heart skills though, which they hold 50% of the time, or 60% if you have a compound eyes lead. Make sure you have a Kecleon with Thief, it can be heart skilled at level 1. The last Pokemon I want to talk about, it will get its own splash screen, is from Kanto with a Johto final evolution. On routes 132, 133, and 134 that I dubbed the Riptide routes, you can fish for the Dragon Pokemon Horsea 35% of the time with the Super Rod only. Its classification is the Dragon Pokemon even though it's pure water. It has Swift Swim for its ability and evolves into Seadra at level 32 with the ability Poison Point. So each time a Pokemon makes contact with it, it has a 30% chance to inflict poison. To get it fully evolved, you'll need to trade it holding a Dragon Skill. The only way to get these is by thieving them from Wild Horsea 5% of the time, so use a Compound Eyes lead for that 20%. If you can trade, it evolves into Kingdra. It gets its ability Swift Swim back and gains a Dragon subtype, and thus only has one weakness now, Dragon. Amazing typing, and has a really high base stat total, balanced all around. I really like this Pokemon. So much, it was the first water type I looked at for my team. It may have a shallow move pool outside of Surf and Ice Beam, not even Dragon Breath. Kingdra's defensive profile is worth gushing over. A water type not weak to grass or electric, a dragon type not weak to ice, and it has a 4 times resistance to water. And its only weakness is not common. For this reason, it's one of the 2 best setters of rain alongside Ludicolo if you want to have fun using that archetype. But because of that trading requirement, you don't see it a lot. In retrospect of this grinding episode, I'm gonna give you some advice. The Pokénav match calls on Route 117, 120, and the routes after 120 are the rematches you should focus on. Some of their Pokemon are in the late 30s when rematched enough times, which is great for experience. The ones before tend to have not fully evolved Pokemon in the mid 20s. I made Route 117 the exception because there are many trainers conveniently condensed in this route. Still rematch the ladies, rich boys, and gentlemen for lots of money with the amulet coin. Check in the match call every now and then while you fight all the water route trainers using your experience share on the team members that don't do well against the water types. If you want to make grinding easier, you can buy another TM from the Marvel Game Corner. A very useful one is Psychic for Tentacruels and Machokes, or Thunderbolt for the Gyarados and everything else. Last grinding EXP note I want to mention, there is a strat while grinding either trainers or wild battles. Have one team member in the front of the party to grind with, while having 5 Zigzagoon and Lanoons for the rest of the slots, from Route 119. They will have the pickup pool for 4% rare candies right when you catch them, and you can get some money selling the junk items too. You will white out a lot if you have a bad matchup, but money isn't an issue, we just want the rare candies.
Alright, quick little update. We're still not nearly at the levels that I want. I mean, we're close. We need like 2 or 3 levels on a few of them. I want to evolve Titan before we get to the gym. So I'm gonna do a 3rd speed up this time. I'm gonna battle as many trainers as I can in the open sea, just so we can get the late game done a lot more smoothly, and you'll get to see trainer speed ups way less. So I'll be right back. Once again, I'm gonna challenge all of these trainers in the open sea. I won't get into Pacific Locktown. I will go over some new Pokemon that you can catch in, where's that route? I forget which one. One of these routes. I will be catching them on screen. Those specific Super Rod Pokemon that can only be found in those 2 routes. But in the meantime, I'm gonna battle the trainers.
This NPC on Route 123 will get her own voiceover because I do not want to type all of this down. She will give you TM19 for Giga Drain if you have a grass type in your team. It's a 60 base power grass move, 100% accurate, and 5 power points. It heals you for half the damage you dealt. It is the most reliable grass move. It's a mixed bag though. Yes, water is the most common type in Emerald. There are strong water ground types to face. Giga Drain is 4 times super effective too, and it heals you, but its power is very mediocre without the same type attack bonus. And even if you do have that, there are common water trainers that have Tentacruel or Gyarados. Both are neutral to grass and have great special bulk. Like I mentioned before, grass types usually struggle versus water types later on because they get ice moves. And 3 PP ups for Giga Drain is almost mandatory to get its usage up to 8. Otherwise, it'll run out quickly. It's also a non-renewable TM that many grass types don't learn naturally. This is not to deter you from using this TM, I just think it's important for you to know these facts. The best user of this TM is Ludicolo, one of the best water types. It gets stabbed on Giga Drain and is not weak to ice, and it 4 times resists water.
Alright, that took forever, but I'm finally caught up with everything. I've defeated every single trainer. Let me show you on the Pokénav. The Hoenn map. We do not have to worry about any trainers unless we're actually gonna rematch them through the Pokénav and we talk to them, but yeah. All this 124, 125 we did that a while ago, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 127, did I say that already? And Route 126. And I also did the backtracking on Route 123. I completely forgot to backtrack to that. There's so many good items in that route and a bunch of trainers for EXP. But yeah, you saw after all that trading, I'm still barely level 40 and 41, and I rematched multiple Pokénev trainers multiple times. But anyway, that's gonna be finally it for this episode. It's definitely gonna be a filler, a speed up filler, but thank you all for watching. Anyways, in the next episode, we are finally gonna take on the Moss Deep Gym for reals now that our Pokemon are up to speed with the gym leader's level. So I'll see you all next time when we challenge them. The duo Liza and Tate. The Mystic combination. Again, see you next time.